Hideo Suzuki is a 35-year-old assistant manga artist living in Japan. His life is going nowhere. His manga career has stalled, he struggles with confidence, and he constantly imagines conversations with people who aren't really there. One day at work, a strange news report appears on television. The news anchor reports that a dog attacked a man and was captured by police. Moments later, she corrects herself, saying there was a mistake. The man actually bit the dog. Everyone finds it bizarre, but more reports soon follow about people violently attacking others in the streets. Authorities urge citizens to stay alert. After work, Suzuki returns home and gets into an argument with his girlfriend, Teko. During the fight, she tells him to leave. Suzuki asks her to hand him his shotgun, but she sarcastically gives him his passport instead. Feeling defeated, he spends the night outside. The next day, while working, Suzuki receives a phone call from Teko. She sounds sick and weak. As he steps outside to take the call, he notices military helicopters flying overhead. Something feels wrong, so he decides to visit her apartment. When he arrives, she doesn't answer the door. Looking through the mail slot, he sees her lying motionless on the floor. Concerned, he calls her phone again. Suddenly, her body jerks unnaturally. The movement isn't human. Still worried, Suzuki calls out to her and asks her to open the door. Hearing his voice, Teko slowly rises and shuffles toward the entrance in a disturbing, twisted manner. The moment the door opens, she attacks him. Suzuki tries to escape, but she is unbelievably strong. She attempts to bite him, but accidentally bites into the door instead. Then she drags him inside the apartment. The two struggle violently. Suzuki manages to shove her away, and she falls backward. Her head crashes onto an award Suzuki won early in his career, killing her instantly. Terrified, Suzuki flees the apartment. Outside, he notices countless military aircraft flying overhead. It is obvious that something major is happening. Suzuki rushes to his workplace, where he finds his co-worker Mitani holding a baseball bat. Suzuki calls out to him, and Mitani tells him to come inside. As Suzuki enters, he discovers one of their co-workers lying dead on the floor. Mitani admits he killed him. Before Suzuki can react, another infected co-worker charges toward them. Mitani swings the bat and beats the infected man to death. Then Mitani offers the bat to Suzuki, but Suzuki refuses to take it. Mitani asks whether he's been bitten. Suzuki says no, but glances nervously at the scratch left behind when Teko nearly bit him. Suddenly, Mitani's eyes begin to change. Suzuki notices a bite wound on Mitani's leg. Realizing he's infected, Mitani takes out a box cutter and slashes his own throat. At that exact moment, another infected coworker emerges from the office. Panic takes over. Suzuki runs. Outside, complete chaos has consumed the city. People are attacking each other everywhere. Sirens scream through the streets. Cars crash into crowds. Zombies chase civilians in every direction. One zombie lunges at Suzuki but is smashed by a passing car. Desperate to escape, Suzuki spots a vehicle. As he tries to get inside, a young high school girl named Hiomi runs toward him begging for help. For a moment, Suzuki hallucinates that he is holding his beloved shotgun. When he realizes it isn't real, he awkwardly pretends he was doing something else so Hiomi wouldn't think he's crazy. Before either of them can react, another man jumps into the vehicle. Suzuki and Hiomi climb in as well. As they drive away, every television station is broadcasting reports about the mysterious outbreak. During the ride, the man makes a phone call ordering that anyone showing signs of infection should be killed immediately. Suzuki notices that the man's arm has been bitten. Moments later, the infection takes hold. The man asks the taxi driver for a tissue. While the driver looks away from the road to hand it over, the infected passenger suddenly bites the driver's hand. Then he attacks Suzuki. Suzuki kicks him away, but the infected man grabs onto his leg. Hiomi slams the car door against him, allowing Suzuki to kick him out of the vehicle. A passing truck immediately runs him over. The infected driver loses control and speeds forward. Suzuki quickly pulls Hiomi into the back seat. The driver begins turning and attacks them as well. Suzuki fastens their seatbelts just before the crash crashes. Miraculously, both Suzuki and Hiomi survive. After the crash, Hiomi receives a text message telling survivors to head for higher ground.
That night, the two share the little bread they have left. The next morning, Suzuki notices what appears to be a bite mark on Hiomi. She explains it's an old scar from when a neighbor's baby bit her years ago. They continue traveling together. Eventually, Hiomi tells Suzuki to leave her behind. He refuses, but as he speaks to her, one of her eyes suddenly changes. Not her entire body, just one eye. Frightened, Suzuki runs away. While fleeing through the woods, he spots what looks like a normal person and asks for directions. The figure suddenly attacks him. It's a zombie. Just before it can bite him, Hiomi appears and brutally tears it apart with her bare hands. She rips off its head and arms as if they weigh nothing. Suzuki realizes Hiomi is not fully human anymore, but she has somehow retained her consciousness. Thankful for saving his life, he decides to stay with her. As they travel through the forest, Suzuki searches for food. Hiomi refuses normal human food, but willingly eats cat food. After spending several days wandering through the wilderness, the pair finally emerge from the forest and reach a road, continuing their journey into an increasingly dangerous world.
They spotted a shopping cart on the road and decided to follow it. It eventually led them to Royal Outlet Park. Suzuki tried on a jacket, but suddenly a zombie appeared and attacked him. Before the zombie could bite him, Nurse Yabu stabbed it from behind, killing it. She then removed the mask covering her face and asked Suzuki where he was from. Suzuki thanked her. Yabu then checked Hiomi to see if she was infected. Later, the rest of the group arrived. One of them told the leader that zombies do not sleep. As the leader was about to inspect Hiomi while she was sleeping, someone suddenly warned them that zombies were approaching. Everyone began running. They were attacked by a group of zombies, and one of their members was killed during the attack. The survivors managed to escape and reach safety. Suzuki carried Hiomi on his back and climbed a ladder to the rooftop where the group was living. Everyone immediately noticed his shotgun and kept their eyes on it. The group welcomed him and provided him with living supplies. They even gave him a Rolex watch. That night, Yabu spoke with Suzuki. She asked if he was a hunter, and he replied that he wasn't. She then asked him some personal questions and told him that he looked cool. The next day, Hiomi sat quietly, looking at Suzuki while singing. Suzuki noticed a zombie behaving strangely. The shopkeeper explained that the zombie had once been an athlete at a nearby university. The shopkeeper then showed him another zombie and explained that it used to be his wife. He believed that some zombies still retained memories of their former lives. The athlete zombie eventually noticed the people on the rooftop. Later, the group discussed their dwindling food supply and agreed that they needed to go out and gather more provisions. They asked Suzuki to hand over his shotgun, but he refused. To force him to cooperate, they took Hiomi hostage. Yabu tried to protect her, but was overpowered. Suzuki rushed toward Hiomi and pointed his shotgun at the people holding her. One of the group members pressed a knife against Hiromi's throat. After a tense negotiation, Hiomi suddenly fought back. She knocked down one of her captors and then took down the man holding the knife. During the struggle, the cloth covering her eyes fell off, revealing that she was not completely human. The group panicked and retreated. One of them shot an arrow that struck Hiomi in the forehead. Suzuki's shotgun was taken from him, and the group beat him up before locking him away. However, the leader ordered them not to kill him, saying that Suzuki was still a member of the group. The leader then attempted to take control of the shotgun, but the man who had seized it refused to hand it over. Now that the gun was in the group's possession, unity among them began to fall apart, and internal conflicts started to emerge. Everything was taken from Lura, including his bow and arrows. When Suzuki was finally released, he was taken to see Hiomi, who was receiving treatment. Suzuki thanked Yabu for keeping her alive. Suzuki felt that he had failed Hiomi. Soon, the group prepared to go out in search of supplies. The women stayed on the rooftop and made noise to distract the zombies, while the men slipped away through the back and headed into the building to look for food. They made their way into the basement, where everything was dark. Meanwhile, Lura secretly hid behind a pillar. He slipped into the control room and turned on the basement lights. From there, he watched the others through the CCTV cameras. The group was excited when they discovered food supplies. One of the members asked the new leader who had turned on the lights. Suddenly, music began playing throughout the building. It was all part of the former leader's plan. He increased the volume even further. Moments later, a zombie attacked one of the group members and bit him. Sango immediately shot both the zombie and the infected man, killing him. The loud music attracted even more zombies. As the group tried to escape, another member was bitten. The others refused to help him. Sango shot the zombie, but one of his men was dragged down and devoured by the undead. Fear spread through the group, causing them to act recklessly. They began fighting the zombies with whatever weapons they could find, but many of them were killed. Watching everything through the CCTV cameras, Lura activated the speakers outside the supermarket and blasted loud music to lure the zombies toward the basement. Meanwhile, Suzuki hid inside a locker. At the same time, the athlete zombie jumped into the building where the women were hiding. It attacked them and killed several of them. Lura suddenly heard a strange sound inside the security station. When he looked around, he saw nothing. Then he opened the building's security gate, allowing even more zombies to enter. A zombie suddenly appeared behind Lura and his men. They were attacked without warning, and Lura dropped the gun. From inside the locker, Suzuki watched the zombies moving around outside. Then he heard Yabu's voice on a walkie-talkie, desperately calling for help. Suzuki imagined himself leaving the locker and being attacked by zombies. He hallucinated this scenario over and over again, too afraid to move. When he heard Yabu's voice once more, he finally found the courage to come out. As he stepped out of the locker, there were no zombies directly in front of him. However, a zombie suddenly attacked from the side. Fortunately, the Rolex watch on his wrist prevented the zombie from biting him. Suzuki managed to escape and eventually found his shotgun. Then, he went to find Yabu in Hiomi. Meanwhile, Yabu encountered Lura in the basement. Lura told her that they should escape together because he had a car. But then Yabu noticed that his hand was bleeding. Slowly, Lura began transforming into a zombie. In a horrifying scene, he used his own fingers to gouge out his eyes before chasing after Yabu. Just as Lura was about to reach her, Suzuki appeared. He shouted for Yabu to get down and fired his shotgun. The blast tore through Lura's head, killing him instantly.
Sango eventually found Suzuki, Yabu, and Hiomi. Together, they moved deeper into another section of the basement. Suddenly, they saw one of their men being chased by a large horde of zombies. Everyone started running. They soon found themselves trapped as more zombies approached from the opposite direction. This was the same area where they had fought the zombies earlier. Suzuki began firing relentlessly, shooting zombies in the head and killing dozens of them. Sango and Yabu joined him in the fight. Everyone gave it their all, desperately battling the overwhelming horde. The fight was brutal and devastating. At one point, Suzuki shot a massive zombie, causing it to collapse on top of him. He struggled, but eventually managed to crawl out from beneath its body. Meanwhile, Sango was bitten. The zombies swarmed him and ripped his mouth apart. Suzuki quickly shot the zombies, but it was too late to save him. Yabu was exhausted. The zombies just kept coming, and the group was reaching its limit. Elsewhere, Abe-san was bitten by his wife, who had turned into a zombie. Heartbroken, he killed her and then took his own life. Realizing he had to stop holding himself back, Suzuki removed all the wristwatches from his arms and resumed fighting. Suddenly, his movements became faster and more confident, as if the watches had been weighing him down all along. He transformed into a skilled and fearless shooter. Even when zombies got dangerously close, he found a way to shoot them directly in the forehead. After what seemed like an endless battle, the group finally cleared out the horde. Just when they thought it was over, the athlete zombie emerged from beneath a pile of dead bodies. It was incredibly fast. Suzuki shot it in the leg, but the creature kept moving. He
He fired again, and yet it still managed to get back on its feet. Then Suzuki ran out of ammunition. He noticed a single shotgun shell lying nearby. As the athlete zombie charged toward him, Suzuki sprinted for the shell, loaded it into a shotgun, and turned around at the last second. The zombie leaped through the air. Suzuki fired. The blast struck the creature mid-air and sent it crashing to the ground. Believing it was dead, everyone relaxed for a moment. But the athlete zombie suddenly got back up and lunged toward Yabu and Hiomi. Without hesitation, Suzuki ran forward and stepped between them and the monster. As it attacked, he swung his shotgun with all his strength and smashed the zombie in the head, finally killing it for once and for all. With the battle finally over, Suzuki put on his cap. The survivors took Lura's car and left the area behind. As they drove away, Suzuki looked at his hands and for the first time truly believed in himself. Yabu then revealed that her real name was Tsugimi Oda. When she asked for his name, he proudly replied, "My name is Hideo Suzuki." The car continued down the road as they drove toward an uncertain future. The end. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and press the notification bell for more movie recap videos.